Hello everybody, how goes it? Rabbitsmore here. I am making this video today to show you guys what I've been working on recently and to hopefully get your opinion on it as a whole. So this is my original automatic replanting wheat farm, which is probably one of my most popular tutorials and one of my favorites as well. And of course it can be adapted for potatoes and carrots. But one of the issues with this design is that it has a couple of problems. One is that sometimes the villager will stand right where the door is and will sometimes just let the piston open and he can walk out and go out, do whatever he wants to do, which can be a problem because he can harvest wheat. I mean, it barely happens, but it is a problem, so that is something that I've been wanting to address with new builds. And the other thing is that this whole build could be one wider on each side, which is something that I overlooked when I originally built this. So I've been working on different concepts for newer versions. So this is the original. It's 6x7, so it has 42 spots where you can plant wheat. And this is the updated version. I've made the area where the villager goes, his house is smaller because I found out that you don't really need to make a giant house for the villager to go inside. You only really need one with a pressure plate inside, and that works just fine. And this has the updated functionality. The door will no longer open unless the button is pushed. So even if the villager is standing off of the pressure plate, the door will stay locked until you press the button. So that's been fixed. And I've also expanded this on one on each side, like I talked about the other one earlier. So this one is overall 6x9 area and 54 wheat. So that's up from 42 there. So that's 12 more wheat. The next concept is this one back here, which is pretty much the same thing as the one we just looked at, but one wider. So one of the dispensers was moved off to the side, and for symmetry's sake, I made a double door villager house here. So this is one wider overall. So this one is 6x10, and this one has 60 wheat slots up from the 54 that this one did. So 60 is a lot more already from our original of 42. So big upgrades on our space on that one. Next one up is this design here, which the dispensers on this one have gone out 2 blocks out in each direction. The problem though with this design is that one of these spots has to be an empty spot because water can only flow 7 blocks before stopping. So this one here had to be punched out, but this one overall is a pretty big design. That's a 6x11 minus 1 since I had to subtract the 1 block there. So this one has a total of 65 wheat, which is a pretty huge upgrade. Although, because of how I had to punch out the hole here and because of how some of the redstone goes underneath here and how it has this wider water channel, I'm not too happy with how this design came out. But let me know what you guys think. Again, this design is 65. And the last one we looked at was 60. And we go up to this monster of a farm here. This is similar to the last design, although it doesn't need any holes punched out because I put a central dispenser here. This one shoots out water just like the other two do. So this is a 3 dispenser version of the farm, and it is much, much wider. So this one overall is 6x15 minus 1 because of the dispenser there. This one will do 89 wheat. So this is a huge capacity for our farm, but you do have to keep in mind that several things and come with having a larger farm. It will take longer to build. It will take a little bit more resources. The tutorial will be longer, and certain things like how the redstone is laid out can get pretty complicated and can get kind of hard to walk around in here. It's not terrible if you just dig your way under here, but just things to keep in mind, guys. But anyways, this one is 89 wheat. Our original design, the original one from my very popular tutorial, only did 42. So this is it's actually over double the original, so huge upgrade in capacity here. So what I want to know from you guys is which one of these you think is actually most practical or which one you want to see a tutorial for. So again, keep in mind that as they get larger, you will need more resources. The tutorial will take longer. It will take a little longer to build, and you will have to have more starting seeds to throw to your villager. Like this one here, since it has 89 wheat spots, you would have to have at least 90 seeds to throw to your villager in the very beginning to get him to plant all of this and replant. So keep all of that in mind, that the larger ones will take a little bit more time. And also another thing is with these updated versions, I have moved the item elevator a little bit. So originally the seeds were popping up in the ground about here-ish, and I've moved it a little more towards the door just so that it's even more guaranteed as the villager comes out that he will pick up the seeds. So lots of improvements, guys, but let me know. Again, I wanted to make this video just to let you guys know what I have been working on, since I've had a couple days where I've just been working on things and not putting out a video, just trying to come up with some cool ideas for you guys. Please do let me know which one you think is the most practical, or that you would like to see a tutorial of the most, or if there are any other improvements you can think of. Anyways, guys, that's about it for this. So, as always, thanks for watching, have an excellent day, and see you later!